Some people think the terms saving and investing really mean the same thing. While they're related, the two concepts actually are quite different. Simply put, economists regard saving as people not spending part of their current income on goods and services. And they think of investing as companies buying capital resources such as equipment and factories. Let's look at saving first. Suppose you earn income from your job. There are three things you can do with that income. You can use it to buy goods and services, what economists call consumption. You can also pay to the government any taxes you owe on that income. And if you have additional income, you can save it. If you're saving, you're making a conscious decision not to spend some of your current after-tax income on goods and services. Instead, you're holding on to some of it to use in the future. People save income for a variety of reasons. They might want to stash some cash for a special purchase at a later date. Or they might wish to save for longer-term goals like additional education or retirement. Or they might want to build an emergency fund to cover unforeseen circumstances such as loss of income or medical expenses. So, how can individuals save their money? They could hide it under the mattress, but that's risky. Plus, they'd miss out on ways to earn even more money using their savings. To better protect and grow their funds, many people deposit money in a savings account that pays interest income. Interest is additional money a financial institution pays people who deposit money in such accounts. For example, let's say you put $100 in a savings account that has an interest rate of 5%. At the end of 1 year, you'll have $105, which is your initial deposit of $100 plus an additional $5 in interest income. Many people also use their savings to buy financial assets such as stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. These assets actually are other forms of saving called financial investment. When people consider whether they want to set aside some of their income, they compare the marginal benefit of saving with the marginal cost of saving. To determine the marginal benefit of saving, savers ask themselves, how much will saving today increase what I can consume in the future? And how much will saving change my financial security over time? They'll also consider how much interest income they expect to earn. Economists view the marginal cost of saving as putting off purchases of goods and services until some later date. If people feel the marginal benefit exceeds the marginal cost, they'll decide to save some income. Okay, now let's turn to investing, which happens when businesses purchase equipment, factories, and other capital resources. Why do businesses invest? Because having more capital resources means they can produce more goods and services to sell to consumers. And increased sales often mean increased profits. In making their investment decisions, companies compare the marginal benefit of investing with the marginal cost of investing. For example, to figure out the marginal benefit of investing in new equipment, a company may ask itself, if we produce these additional goods and services, how much do we expect our revenue will increase? Then, to determine the marginal cost of investing, the company will look at how much it needs to pay for the equipment, plus the interest it must pay on any funds it borrowed. If the company feels the marginal benefit of additional investment is greater than the marginal cost, it's likely to invest in more equipment. So, is there a connection between a country's saving and investing? Yes, and it's an important one. For an economy to grow over time, companies need to invest in additional capital resources. Doing so increases the country's ability to produce more goods and services, thus raising its standard of living. And how do companies pay for this increased investment? A key way is by borrowing the money that people have saved. And that's yet another great reason to save money in financial institutions, not under the mattress. When people save more of their income, there's more money available for businesses to borrow for increased investment. As you can see, saving and investing go hand in hand, and economies rely on this relationship to flourish.